Too many dreams, books, millionaires, ideas, skills, unfinished accomplishments are in the grave. Take a moment and think, what am I doing between the dash? You have to move right now because tomorrow is not promised. Join the Divine Connections movement in a couple of ways. 1, download the app for free. 2, subscribe to Divine Connections magazine. 3, if you have a book, a product, a service, gospel music, business, health and wellness product, church, or anything creative, join the Divine Connections Movement VIP and make a commitment to join a network that supports others, give you major exposure, customer retention, and customer engagement. To find out more about VIP, text 336-338-8903 or email divineconnectionsmagazine@gmail.com.
Businesses all across the planet are looking to make connections with people. Well, guess what? Divine Connections magazine is helping businesses not only walk in their purpose and passions, but to get connected to their potential. That's right. You've got to connect to your potential, and you can make it happen now because it is time to know your worth. As you get connected to people all across the planet, Divine Connections magazine will make it happen. And get featured in the magazine today and get your copy now, because there's no other time than a divine time to get connected to Divine Connections magazine.
Great day, everyone, and welcome to Divine Connections Show. I am your host and CEO of Divine Connections. We are so excited that you are here. Make sure you like, share, and comment on our broadcast. We have a lot of great things in store for you today. So Divine Connection is a faith-based and inspirational magazine that comes out quarterly in print as well as online. We connect with different businesses, entrepreneurs, gospel artists, praise dance, moms, vendors, pastors, authors, anyone that's doing something great in the community. And then twice a year, we have an event, one in March and one in October. March is my anniversary, and we have our 13th magazine anniversary coming soon, March 25th, Saturday at 11 a.m. at Hall River, North Carolina, where we're going to have mimes, we're going to have quartet groups, we're going to have vendors, we're going to have sponsors, and we're going to have a men panel talking about mental health, life, and challenges. It is going to be on, and we look forward to the community coming out and supporting. So yes, everyone is welcome. Women are welcome. Families are welcome. Men are welcome. We want to represent and support each other. Okay, tickets are only $10, so we look forward to supporting there. And if you would like to be a sponsor to support this event as well, we have that option as well. So you can text 336-338-8903 for more information. And then in October, we have another event called Bring It, where we bring in praise dance groups, mimes, vendors, and youth vendors, because we definitely want to include our young people as well. So that's the time for the family to come out, the churches, the communities, come out and celebrate and support each other. All right. And so we'll have more about that as well. We also have our interviews, our podcasts here on YouTube and Facebook from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. every Wednesday, Eastern Standard Time. So if you would like to be on the broadcast, please reach out and text 336-338-8903 and let me know what you do, and we'll see if we have time in the room for you to be on the broadcast. Okay. And then we have our online store is now available. You can order our shirts and our apparel. All of that will show a little bit more information about that. And then we have our app as well. So you can go to your Play Store or your iPhone store and your Google store and type in Divine Connections magazine and download and install our app so we can stay connected through that as well. So God is doing great things. I'm so excited to have you here on today. So let's get into it. So let's first show you a little bit of our last October event. Hold tight. Awesome. So you definitely want to stay tuned to our October events. So let me show you a little bit about what's going on with the online store, Divine Connection Store, that is. And so much more. So listen, we will love your support. Go check out bit.ly/divine connection store. All right. And the last video for right now is I want to share with you what is getting ready to go down Saturday, March 25th at 11 a.m. in Fall River, North Carolina. That's Beyond Measure Ministries, 904 East Main Street. So it's my 13th magazine anniversary. Again, we're going to have quartet groups. We're going to have mimes. We're going to have vendor sponsors. And most importantly, we're going to have our men's panel sharing challenges, life, and mental health. And we're going to have a phenomenal time. So you want to go ahead and get your ticket now, but check this out.
It's going to be on. We're having vendors, mimes, gospel groups, a men's panel, and sponsors. Our groups are the Power Boys, the Anointed Ones, Marvin Bobbitt and the Rising Suns, Terrell Brown and the Gospel Express. Our mime ministries are Jared Terry, Greater Is He Mime Ministry, and Jerry Linsom Jr., No Limits. Our men's panel, David Dickens, Corey Rawlinson, E.J. Stewart, James Montague, Maurice McDonald, Marcus Holly, Milkins Tyler, James Allen, and so much more. Come and support this event. If you want to be a sponsor, text 336-338-8903 or email divineconnectionsmagazine@gmail.com. You don't want to miss this. See you there.
Awesome. So definitely you want to go ahead and get your tickets. It's only $10. divineconnectionsmagazine.com/events. And then if you would love to be a sponsor, we would love to have you. You can text 336-338-8903 and I will give you details about that. We're making it happen. So how do you get connected to Divine Connection? Go to our website at divineconnectionsmagazine.com and join our email list. We also have our Facebook page at Divine Connections Marketing, our Instagram page, follow us there at Divine Connections. And then our YouTube page is The Divine Connections. And make sure you also click that notification button there as well. We also have the opportunity right now, if you would like to get in the next issue of the magazine, to submit your information. We do half page and full page ads, and the ads run for 3 months. So if you are interested with your business, organization, your book, your church, your ministry, and you want to get in the magazine, text 336-338-8903 or email divineconnectionsmagazine@gmail.com. If you have not ordered your copy of Divine Connections Magazine, it is here and available for you. Go ahead and get your hard copy or digital copy. If you do hard copy, you can change the quantity of your hard copies to get more copies so you can spread it around the community and the churches. There are resources and connections in this magazine you definitely want to get connected with. Okay, so go to divineconnectionsmagazine.com/subscriptions. Also, on this show, we have sponsorships. If you have a 30-second commercial you would love to share and have on this commercial supporting your business or organization, we will love for you to be a sponsor. It's 3-month agreement for $150. The commercial will run either before or after the interview. And again, that is a 3-month agreement for 150. So if you have a 30-second commercial already, let us know. And upon approval, we can make some things happen. If you have not done so already, or if you would like a 30-second or a 60-second commercial for your business, your ministry, your book, your gospel group, or your event, we serve in that capacity as well. We create 30-second and 60-second commercials. So if you would like one, for details, go to Divine Connections Magazine at gmail.com and let us know how we can help you. I am blessed to have my second book out, which is called The Key Connector: How to Build an Empire Helping People. So I talk about the accomplishments I've done with the help of the Lord, as well as with my business, having faith in myself and faith in the God that I serve. So listen, you want to know how I do what I do with the help of the Lord? Go get my book, The Key Connector: How to Build an Empire Helping People. It's on Amazon, or you can go to the link, or you can inbox me and I can mail out a hard copy, for a signed copy. Okay, awesome. Just a couple of more things. Oh, if you have not gotten the journal with us. It is Making It Happen, and you are a divine connection. So go ahead and get your journal. We write the vision, make it plain, execute, and then we celebrate. And we're going to look back at what God has done for us all year round, each month, each week, each year. He continues to bless us, and we're going to take some memory to it and write it down as well, and then look back at what God has done for us, which we're blessed to have. Again, don't forget to go to our store, bit.ly, Divine Connections Store, and download our app at Divine Connections, the magazine. Go to your Play Store, or your iPhone store to do that as well. All right. So those are the information that I have about everything that's going on. So whatever you like to be a part of, let me know. If you have questions, let me know. So for the good part, for this section, we have a special guest in the house that does a variety of things. She is out in the community making it happen. So let's introduce to you Miss Tracey Armstrong.
Hello, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
I am good. Good to see you.
Good to see you as well. Awesome, awesome. I was blessed to be a guest on Miss Tracey's show, and she got into it, y'all. She asked those good questions to outside of the divine connections and what you see here. She got into some good stuff. So I highly recommend you go see that interview. Awesome, awesome.
It was a good one.
We have on our show, and I am grateful for it. So share with the audience a little bit about who you are and what you do and where you're from.
Okay. Well, I am Tracey D. Armstrong, born and raised in Houston, Texas.
Yeah.
And I have a facet of things that I do. I'm an educator, coach, motivator, and some of the platforms that I provide now, I offer motivational moments with TDA, and that is Facebook group and also mentorships that we provide for those that need some inspiration and some motivation to keep going and
That's right.
seek out their goals.
That's
Uh,
right.
I have Prosperity in Motion Consulting. That's more focused towards the businesses, the teams, the organizations. If you're trying to develop and grow as a business or as an entrepreneur, we help with consulting, with webinars, workshops, and on that aspect. And then, as you said, I have the What's Your Mess podcast, and it deals with mental, emotional, and the social status of life. And it's out there to encourage people to keep going, and it's stories of others to help them know that they can get through it too. So those are just a few things that I do.
Awesome, awesome. I love that. So how did those things come to fruition? Like what happened in your life, or what were you interested in to made you start doing these different businesses and the podcast and the motivation? What encouraged you to do that?
Well, it started back in, let's say, about 2015. I was attending a Bible Training Institute. And in this training institute, we had a class about discovering your purpose. And in this class, I was like, I was actually I was a store manager at a really high-end retailer, and I was making really good money, but I wasn't working and living in my purpose. And
Mm,
so during this class, I discovered that, and I discovered that my purpose was to have a positive impact on others. And so I left my corporate job and
that's,
I became an educator. Yeah. So I became an educator, started teaching, started having positive impact on our future generations.
yes.
And one day in a class, one of the students was like, Miss, 'cause I teach social and emotional learning. So I'm teaching these students how to be more self-aware, how to control their emotions and, live a better life than what they see.
Mm-hmm.
And one kid said, Miss, you should start a podcast. And I was like, I don't know what's a podcast? Seriously. And so they were like, it's where you go, you tell stories, you have people come on, you motivate others. They're like, our parents need to hear these things. And
Yeah.
so that really inspired me to actually do more research into, what's a podcast, how to start a podcast. And I stepped out and I'm like, okay. And as I've been doing the podcast, that has actually been so rewarding and so fulfilling. Like to hear the stories of
Yeah.
what some people have gone through, and
Yeah.
then for them to tell how they overcame their mess
That's right.
and the things that they did to get to where they are now. And when people watch it and listen to it, they come back and they're like, oh, that was so encouraging. Like, been
Yeah.
there, done that,
That's
or
right.
either I'm in that spot right now and I needed to hear that.
That's right.
So the podcast kind of got started. And then another student was like, yeah, you need to put this on YouTube. You need a YouTube channel. And so I'm like, okay, I'm listening to my students. So I
Right.
started a YouTube channel,
Yeah.
Tracey Armstrong. And on there, it's where I put motivational videos, keynotes, and just really trying to, keep people going, keep people motivated, inspire, influence, and, ignite them to live life and
That's
not
right.
just exist.
That's
And
right.
then the mentorship came when, as a coach, one of the coaches came and said, I really see you coaching and you really have your team going and they listen to you and they do what you're asking. And I'm like, yeah, that's what you're supposed to be, coach. And they're like, no, can I sit under you and can you kind of mentor me to be better at coaching? And I
Mm-hmm.
was like, yeah, not a problem. So that led to me doing the consulting because I had been coaching for about
Yeah.
12 years and never really thought about being more of a mentor to coaches and so or to teams. And so
Mm-hmm.
that's where that actually developed, going out and helping other teams develop. So that's how everything kind of got going. In 2020, when COVID hit, it was kind of like, Tracey, you have no excuse not to do the things that you've already thought about doing.
Yeah.
So stepped out on faith and started doing it. And ever since, it just feels so amazing to be able to have that positive impact and to actually walk in my purpose and walk in my calling now.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. And I love it. You are doing a phenomenal job. You pulled some things out of me that I usually don't talk about. So, but it's needed because you need a balance. Like it's not always, happy go lucky. You have your good days and your bad days and your challenging days, but you have to get back up and keep fighting and keep moving and stay motivated and prioritize and take care of yourself and all of that, meditate and exercise. Like it's so much you need to do for yourself and then get out of you all the negativity or the experience that you dealt with, but deal with it in a positive manner, whether it's therapy or just letting go or sharing your testimony. And that is exactly what you do. So we are grateful for your platform as well. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So share with us, maybe give me two maybe different podcasts or individuals that really stood out to you as you did your mess that really stood out to you.
Well, I will say one of the last ones I did was with Mr. Jamal Simmons. And it's a lot of times men, I'll just say it, don't
Yeah.
really express their emotions a lot of times. As a man, you're kind of told not to show emotions. And when I interviewed him and when he talked about the fear that men have, but they're not able to express it, that was very powerful because he talks about the fear of you got to make sure you make the money, you got to make sure you provide for the family, those expectations that are placed upon men in society, and how men have the fear of not living up to those expectations and just going through life. And a lot of times they don't chase their dreams because they feel stuck in whatever the situation is, just trying to make sure that they provide and be that man that they're supposed to be. And how he just expressed how, he stepped out to actually chase his dreams, and he had to break free from being in that dead end job that he was making money, but it wasn't fulfilling. And every day he was going home dreading, from having a horrible day at work. And so it trickled over into family life. So that was a really good interview that kind of stood out because there's not a lot of men that will actually express that.
Right. That's right.
And I will say another one, oh man. I'm thinking back to like a lot of them. Like I know some people's stories. Like I know a little bit about some people's backstories, but then when you actually are interviewing them and they start really expressing like the more that you didn't know, it's like, oh, okay, I didn't know that. So I would say, I'll say, Miss Melissa Rusick. Her story was about overcoming. She had physical challenges that she had to overcome. She had strokes. She had surgeries, and then she had to overcome marital problems. And then she ended up, from her situation, she ended up writing books. And she ended up writing books about finding your happy and how she was able to turn her situation around and become this author, CEO of a major printing company.
Yes.
And she was in a wheelchair. And she was able to learn how to walk again. I mean, I did not know her entire story, and to hear it made me just be like, wow.
Yeah.
And so it's very encouraging because you never know who may be going through one of the same situations that she did when it's with health or with a husband or with the things that she went through with family. So those podcasts and those interviews, I really hope are encouraging others to know that whatever you're going through, somebody else has probably gone through it and you can come through it too. So.
Absolutely. So let's share, if somebody wanted to be on your podcast or get connected with you, what are you looking for on your podcast and how can people connect?
Well, if someone is interested in being interviewed for the podcast, they can go to www.traceydarmstrong.com, and there is a contact link on there where you can send your information requesting to be a part of the podcast. And if you haven't watched any or you don't know where to find them, the podcasts are available with video. They're on YouTube, and that's Tracey D. Armstrong on YouTube. And then Red Circle, they're available for audio on Red Circle and Spotify, and they're under What's Your Mess.
Yes, love it. So do you have anything coming up soon you want to share?
Well, coming up, I will be having several webinars, and the webinars will be under the Motivational Moments with TDA, and that is a Facebook group that is available for anyone who wants daily motivation. I send quotes, I send reels. Sometimes I get on and do quick 2-3 minute motivational moments, just quick encouragements videos. And that's also available. But what I have coming up, I have the webinars where we're doing setting goals. And then I have a vision board webinar on how to create your vision board and let's manifest these goals and these dreams. And then from there, I have where some of the members of Motivational Moments have done a survey saying they wanted to know more about parenting advice. So we'll have a webinar on parenting advice because with that one, I'm actually going to be bringing some information from my kids. When I say my kids, I mean my students. What kids really want to tell their parents, but they can't say because they know if they say it, you know. That's going to be a really good webinar because I'm going to get feedback from them to let me know, what would you want me to tell your parents in order for them to parent a little bit better?
That is good. That is good. I like that. Awesome. And that's coming up when?
Well, those dates are still being decided because I'm going to be traveling this next week. And then we have, I have more interviews coming up, but those dates will be available this week and I'll let you know. They'll be available on my website.
Awesome. Do you have any books, any product, anything like that?
Well, my first book has already gone to the editor and it is in the process of being published, but it has not been published yet. But I'm so excited because I've been talking about writing a book for years. And I finally, the last year, I said, I'm going to finish this book. And I was not going to let 2023 come in without finishing my book. And I finished it on New Year's Eve. And I was determined. And so it has already been sent out. So I'm expecting for my first book to be published by this summer.
Awesome. Congrats to that. You are doing great things in the community, making things happen. And so, did we miss anything? Did we cover everything?
Yeah, pretty much. That's all of it.
Awesome. So just leave us with a word of encouragement.
So my word of encouragement for all of those listening is transforming your life starts by transforming your mind. And so everything that I try to encourage people to do, it all starts with your mindset. And once you change your mindset and the way you think about life, then life will change. So let's start changing our mindset so that we can start changing our lives.
I love it. Change your mindset so we can start changing our lives. Awesome. This is Miss Tracey D. Armstrong is in the house doing great things in the community. And we're very grateful for you. Again, if you want to be on her podcast, reach out to her as well. So I am Deloris Williams with Divine Connections. Make sure you stay connected to the number one divine connector, which is Jesus Christ. So Miss Tracey, thank you for being my guest. Hold tight. I'm going to go to commercials and I'll be right back. You guys have an awesome day. Blessings. All right, hold tight.
Hey, we've got exciting news from Divine Connections Marketing Services. Now you can create your own custom video commercial for your business or organization. It's time for you to win. Your product or service is someone's solution. So get the attention of your potential customers now. Choose from a 30 or 60-second commercial today. Just email us at divineconnectionsmagazine@gmail.com and we can get started. Connect today and let's get started making your custom video commercial now. Divine Connections Magazine. Get major exposure for your business. Is someone looking for your service? Do you need networking? Are you a gospel artist or a ministry? Do you have a major event that you want to promote? Divine Connections Magazine has the solution for you. We can distribute to residents, businesses, churches, and online. Don't miss this opportunity to expand your marketing locally and around the world. Find out more about us at divineconnectionsmagazine.com. Get your spot in the next issue of Divine Connections Magazine by emailing us for details at divineconnectionsmagazine@gmail.com.
Make sure to like us on Facebook at Divine Connections Marketing. Follow us on Instagram at Divine Connections.
Let's get it started now.